Welcome back, friends. Now in the concept of entropy topic, entropy change accompanying change of phase or entropy changes of physical transformations. So this is the concept, or we can say phase transformations. Phase transformation concept we are going to study here. The change of a substance from one state to another, that we call it as phase transformations. So phase transformation is nothing but that is conversion part. Now when we consider in the part of entropy concept, so this is the first one. When we consider from solid phase to liquid phase conversion part, that we call it as fusion of solid. Solid on heating, when it gets converted into liquid, so or another way, liquid on solidification, conversion of solid phase of substance in its liquid phase requires absorption of heat, and process is known as fusion or melting. Consider fusion of 1 mole of a substance reversibly at the fusion point or melting point Tf. Let delta H FUS is molar heat of fusion. Therefore, change in entropy of this process is given by delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by T, or which means delta S fusion or delta S fusion divided by Tf. Another part of this phase transformation is when we consider the liquid to vapor phase conversion. From liquid phase to vapor phase or vaporization of liquid, liquid on heating further, when it can get converted into vapor, this is one, or vapor on liquefaction into liquid. So this process also requires absorption of heat. Conversion takes place at boiling point of liquid. If delta H vaporization denotes molar heat of vaporization and TB denotes boiling point of liquid, then change in entropy of this process is given by delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by T, which means delta S vaporization or delta H vaporization divided by TB. Third point or third concept here, from solid phase to direct vapor phase, or we can say here sublimation of solid. This process also requires absorption of heat, and in similar manner entropy change of this process is given by delta S sublimation is equal to delta H sublimation divided by Ts, where delta H sublimation is nothing but molar heat of sublimation, Ts sublimation point or temperature. Another part or another concept from this main concept, that is concept of entropy phase transformation, from one crystalline form to another, that we call as transition of a substance. When one form of crystalline substance is converted into another form, heat is either absorbed or evolved. The temperature at which this change takes place is known as transition temperature, TTR. Entropy change in this process is given by delta S transition is equal to delta H transition divided by T transition, where delta H transition is nothing but molar heat of transition. Now the another part from this concept is entropy and spontaneity. We know that the disorder and hence entropy of water increases when ice melts above 0 degree centigrade and water vaporizes above 100 degree centigrade. Both of these processes are spontaneous above the temperatures mentioned. When the stopcock fitted with the tube that connects the bulb fitted with a gas and evacuated bulb is opened, the gas expands spontaneously to occupy the entire available volume. The disorder of the system and hence its entropy increases in the expansion process. Another condition here, consider the reaction that is spontaneous at room temperature. For example, liquid hydrogen peroxide, when it gets converted into H2O liquid plus oxygen gas, here delta S is equal to plus 126 joule per Kelvin. From these examples, it follows that entropy of a system increases in a spontaneous process. There are many spontaneous processes in which system's entropy decreases. For example, water gas plus oxygen gas, when it gets converted into water liquid, here delta S is equal to minus 327 joule per Kelvin. In these reactions, 3 moles of gaseous substances are converted to 2 moles liquid substance. The disorder in the reactants is larger than that in the products. Hence, the disorder of the system decreases and hence its entropy decreases. But the reaction is spontaneous. Once initiated, it proceeds with explosive violence. This discrepancy is explained by the second law of thermodynamics, which states that the total entropy of the system and its surroundings increases in a spontaneous process. Thus, the second law of thermodynamics is expressed as delta S universe is equal to delta S total, or that is equal to delta S system plus delta S surrounding is greater than 0 for a process to be spontaneous. Now, it is possible that entropy of a system could decrease, here delta S system negative, during a spontaneous process, or increase delta S system positive during a non-spontaneous process. If entropy of system decreases and entropy of surrounding increases, then delta S total may still be positive. If delta S surrounding is more positive than delta S system is negative, the process will then be spontaneous. On the other hand, if entropy of system increases, delta S system positive and that of surrounding decreases, delta S surrounding negative. Delta S total will be negative if delta S surrounding is more negative than delta S system is more positive. The process will then be non-spontaneous. On the basis of these arguments, let us consider the combination of H2 gas and O2 gas to form liquid water. The value of delta S minus 327 joule per Kelvin is only for the system. For this reaction, delta H has been found to be minus 572 kilojoule at constant pressure and temperature 298 Kelvin. It means that the reaction between 2 moles of hydrogen gas and 1 mole of oxygen gas is accompanied with the release of 572 kilojoule of heat. Hence, the surroundings receives 572 kilojoule of heat at constant pressure and 298 Kelvin. The entropy change of the surrounding will be delta S surrounding is equal to Q surrounding divided by T, that is nothing but 572 into 10 to the power 3 joule divided by 298 Kelvin. That comes out to be 1919 joule per Kelvin. Now here delta S total is equal to delta S system plus delta S surrounding, that is equal to minus 327 joule per Kelvin plus 1919 joule per Kelvin. So that comes out to be 1592 joule per Kelvin. Thus delta S total is greater than 0 and hence the reaction is strongly spontaneous. It therefore follows that to decide the spontaneity of the reaction, it is essential to consider the entropy of both the system and its surroundings. For a spontaneous process, the criteria delta S total is greater than 0 signifies that total entropy of the system and surroundings increases during the process. The spontaneous process finally reaches equilibrium, which corresponds to maximum total entropy. Hence, the total entropy change delta S total must be 0 for the process at equilibrium. From this we can conclude here delta S total is greater than 0, then the process is spontaneous. Delta S total is less than 0, the process is non-spontaneous. Delta S total is equal to 0, the process is at equilibrium. Now considering the physical significance of entropy, so this is one point here in the significance. First one, entropy as a measure of disorder of the system. So that we can explain here. We know that every spontaneous processes are accompanied by increase in the disorder of the system. For example, flow of heat from a hot end to cold end, flow of electricity from a point of higher potential to a point at lower potential, expansion of gas in vacuum, etc. Thus, spontaneous processes are accompanied by increase in entropy as well as increase in the disorder of the system. Also, we know that melting of ice or evaporation of liquid is accompanied by increase in entropy. It is well known that a solid has a definite crystal lattice, that is, the atoms or ions or molecules in a solid are arranged in a definite order. The order is much less in liquid and least in a gas. Thus, increase in entropy indicates increase in disorder. Thus, entropy is regarded as measure of disorder of system. So, this is the explanation for entropy as a measure of disorder of system. Second point, entropy as a measure of probability. All spontaneous processes are accompanied by increase in entropy and also by increase in disorder. Thus, when a process is spontaneous, it means that it is proceeding from a less probable to more probable state. Therefore, there is close relation between entropy S and the thermodynamic probability W of the state of the system, both of which increase at the same time. This relationship was expressed by Boltzmann as S is equal to K log W plus constant, where K is nothing but Boltzmann constant. According to Boltzmann, thermodynamic probability of a system is defined as the ratio of the probability of the actual state to the probability of the state in which there is a complete order for the same energy and volume. Hence, S is equal to K log W. This equation is known as Boltzmann entropy equation. A solid at absolute zero temperature is considered to be in a most ordered state. In this case, W is unity and hence S0 is equal to 0. The entropy of crystalline solids at absolute zero is therefore taken as 0. Now, this is about the concept of entropy, physical transformations. You just go through this PDF. I had sent the total topics PDF earlier. Read twice and send me the doubts which you arise during the reading part.